The obsolete Guardian. Captain Maya Chen stood at the viewport of Orbital Station Gamma, staring at what would be her new command. The EFS Defiance hung in the maintenance dock, its hull marked with patches and repairs that spoke of decades of service. The once impressive warship now looked like an antique next to the sleek, energy-efficient vessels that made up Earth's modern defense fleet. Quite a contrast, isn't it? Admiral Takahashi said, stepping beside her. Maya turned to face her superior officer. With respect, Admiral, why assign me to a relic? The Defiance was commissioned before I was born. The Galactic Confederation has requested a human vessel for their upcoming diplomatic tour. They specifically asked for pre-coalition human military technology. The Admiral's face remained impassive. Consider it an honor. An honor to parade around in a museum piece while advanced species point and laugh. Maya couldn't keep the edge from her voice. Admiral Takahashi's expression hardened. Captain Chen, since joining the Galactic Confederation 20 years ago, humanity has received tremendous technological benefits. But we're still viewed as the newcomers, the primitive species lucky enough to survive their early space exploration. This mission is about showing dignity regardless of technological disparity. Maya straightened. Understood, Admiral. When do we depart? 3 days. Your crew has been selected. A mix of veterans familiar with older systems and younger officers who need diplomatic experience. He handed her a data tablet. The Defiance may be outdated, but she's reliable. Don't let appearances deceive you. As Maya reviewed the mission details, she felt like she'd drawn the shortest straw in Fleet Command. 6 stops at different Confederation worlds, showcasing human engineering to species that had mastered interstellar travel millennia before humans had reached their own moon. 3 days later, Maya stood on the bridge of the Defiance, surveying her command. Despite its age, the bridge was meticulously maintained, displays glowing with warm amber light instead of the cool holographic interfaces of modern vessels. Captain on deck, announced her executive officer, Commander Jackson Wells, a veteran whose weathered face spoke of decades in space. At ease, Maya said, moving to the captain's chair, utilitarian metal and padding without neural interfaces. Status report. All systems operational, Captain, Wells replied. Pre-flight checks complete. We're cleared for departure in 20 minutes. Maya nodded. Commence final preparations. I'll be inspecting the ship. The Defiance felt solid in a way modern vessels didn't, built with thicker bulkheads and redundant systems, designed to withstand punishment rather than avoid it completely. In engineering, she found Chief Engineer Kaido Nakamura partly inside an access panel. Chief Nakamura, how's our old warrior holding up? Maya called. The engineer emerged, wiping grease from his hands. Better than she has any right to, Captain. These older systems are overbuilt, less efficient but more durable and easier to repair when they break. Maya ran her hand along a conduit. Any concerns I should know about? Nakamura hesitated just long enough for Maya to notice. Nothing critical, Captain. Just some unusual power distribution patterns I've been mapping. Unusual how? Power fluctuations in sections that should be dormant. Probably degraded insulation in older circuits. I'll resolve it before we reach our first destination. Maya made a mental note to follow up later. Carry on, Chief. Their first destination was Helios Prime, homeworld of the Solarians, a species that specialized in energy manipulation technology. As the Defiance dropped out of FTL at the system's edge, the view screen displayed 3 elegant Solarian escort vessels approaching. They're hailing us, Captain, reported Lieutenant Kim at Communications. On screen, Maya ordered, straightening her uniform. The screen filled with the image of a Solarian commander, their translucent skin glowing with internal bioluminescence and compound eyes regarding Maya with barely concealed amusement. Captain Chen of Earth, the Solarian said, their translator rendering the melodic language into standard. Welcome to Helios Prime. We are most curious to examine your historical vessel. Commander Vex, Maya replied, recognizing the insignia. The EFS Defiance is honored by your welcome. We look forward to sharing Earth's engineering heritage with our Solarian allies. The docking procedure at the massive Solarian orbital station was humiliating. Engineers and scientists gathered at viewing platforms, pointing and chattering as the Defiance maneuvered into position. Maya maintained her composure as she led her senior staff down the boarding ramp to meet the Solarian delegation. Science Minister Lumen greeted them, their skin pulsing with patterns of light. "We are fascinated by the opportunity to study such a primitive warship. It's remarkable you managed interplanetary travel with such technology." Maya forced a smile. The Defiance was state-of-the-art for her time, Minister. She may lack the refinement of Solarian designs, but she's reliable and battle-tested. "Yes, of course," Lumen replied with a sound that the translator rendered as polite laughter. "We've prepared a full schedule of examinations. Our engineers are particularly eager to study your, what do you call them? Chemical rockets." "Fusion drives," Maya corrected, maintaining her diplomatic smile. The Defiance was never equipped with chemical propulsion. The tour was excruciating. Solarian experts openly scoffed at the Defiance's propulsion systems, weapons arrays, and life support. One scientist actually patted a bulkhead condescendingly. "Remarkable that you survived first contact with such limited defenses," the scientist said, appendages waving dismissively. "Truly, humans are resourceful, if nothing else." Through it all, Maya maintained her composure, though she noticed Commander Wells's jaw tightening and Chief Nakamura becoming increasingly irritated. Only their Confederation liaison, Dr. Ilara Voss, seemed unbothered, explaining human design philosophy with endless patience. That evening at the formal reception, Maya stood with a glass of something resembling wine, watching Solarian officials mingle with her crew. A conversation nearby drifted to her ears. "Their shield technology is practically non-existent," one Solarian engineer was saying. "And their weapon systems, kinetic projectiles, like throwing rocks in space." Maya set down her glass and slipped away, finding herself drawn back to the Defiance. The ship was quiet with most of the crew at the reception. She made her way to engineering where she found Chief Nakamura hunched over a console. "I thought you'd be enjoying the party, Chief," Maya said. Nakamura didn't look up. "Couldn't stomach any more condescension, Captain. Besides, I wanted to check something." "The power fluctuations." Nakamura nodded. "I've isolated them to specific sections throughout the ship, sections that don't appear on any schematic." Maya frowned. "Show me." Nakamura brought up a three-dimensional model of the Defiance, highlighting areas between decks, behind bulkheads, and wrapped around critical systems. "These spaces shouldn't exist, Captain. They're not on the official blueprints, but scans confirm they're there." "Have you accessed any of them?" "Just one." Nakamura led Maya to what appeared to be a standard maintenance panel. He pressed his palm against it in a specific pattern, and the panel slid aside, revealing a narrow passage. The hidden compartment beyond was unlike anything Maya had seen on the ship. While the rest of the Defiance was utilitarian and analog, this space contained sleek interfaces and unfamiliar technology that looked more advanced than even current Confederation designs. "What is this?" Maya asked, running her hand over a smooth, dark console. "I'm not entirely sure," Nakamura admitted. "But I found references in the ship's classified archives to something called Project Prometheus, an experimental program that was officially terminated before the Defiance was commissioned." "Officially terminated," Maya repeated. "But unofficially, I think they installed the technology anyway, Captain." Hidden throughout the ship. Nakamura tapped a sequence on the console, and holographic displays flickered to life, showing systems Maya didn't recognize. "From what I can gather, these are adaptive defense systems far beyond what we had 30 years ago, possibly beyond what we have now." Maya studied the displays. "How did we develop this technology before joining the Confederation?" "That's the thing, Captain." Nakamura pulled up a file on the screen. "According to this, we didn't develop it. We reverse-engineered it from something that crashed in the Siberian wilderness 50 years ago. Something not from Earth, and not from any known Confederation species. Before Maya could respond, her communicator beeped. "Captain, to the bridge," came Commander Wells's urgent voice. "We're receiving a priority distress signal." When Maya reached the bridge, Dr. Voss was already there, her forearms manipulating the communications array with practiced efficiency. "Report," Maya ordered, taking her seat. "Distress call from a Confederation research vessel near the Vortex Nebula," Wells explained. "They report being attacked by unknown forces. The Solarians are dispatching response ships," added Dr. Voss. "But we're actually closer. They've requested our assistance as well." Maya considered the situation. The Defiance was outdated by Confederation standards, but it was still a warship. "Set course for the coordinates, maximum speed," she ordered. As they prepared to depart, Science Minister Lumen's image appeared on the view screen. "Captain Chen, while we appreciate your enthusiasm, perhaps it would be best if you remained here. Your vessel is hardly equipped for combat by modern standards." Maya felt her spine stiffen. "Minister, with all due respect, the Defiance may be old, but she's a warship, and those researchers need help. We're answering the call." Without waiting for a response, Maya nodded to Wells. "Take us out." As the Defiance broke orbit and accelerated toward the distress signal, Maya couldn't shake the feeling that they were heading into something far more significant than a simple rescue mission. And for the first time since taking command, she felt a fierce pride in her obsolete ship and what it might yet prove capable of. Humanity unbound. The Defiance dropped out of FTL at the edge of the Vortex Nebula, its sensors immediately locking onto the distress beacon. The view screen showed an elegant Confederation science vessel listing to one side, its hull breached in multiple places. More concerning were the 5 unknown vessels surrounding it. Angular, predatory ships that bore no resemblance to any known Confederation design. "Scan those ships," Maya ordered. "What are we dealing with?" Lieutenant Kim's fingers flew over his console. "Unknown configuration, Captain. No match in our database or the Confederation registry. They're heavily armed. Energy weapons primarily. No life signs detected, but their shielding might be blocking our scans." "Hail the research vessel," Maya commanded. After a moment of static, a desperate voice came through. "This is Science Director Tellus of the Confederation vessel Enlightenment. We're under attack. Our engines are disabled, life support failing. 23 crew members still alive, but we need immediate evacuation. Director Tellus, this is Captain Chen of the Earth ship Defiance. We're moving to assist. Can you identify your attackers?" "Negative. They appeared without warning. Their technology is unlike anything." The transmission cut off abruptly. "They're jamming communications," Kim reported. "The unknown vessels have detected us. They're breaking off their attack on the Enlightenment and moving to intercept." Maya assessed the situation rapidly. The Defiance was outgunned and outclassed by these unknown vessels. Conventional tactics would lead to their destruction. "Chief Nakamura," she called over the comm. "Those systems we discussed, could they be operational?" "Theoretically, yes," Nakamura's voice came back, tense with excitement. "But I can't guarantee what will happen if we activate them." Maya made her decision. "Begin activation sequence. Commander Wells, set intercept course for the Enlightenment. We're going to position ourselves between them and those attackers." "Captain," Dr. Voss interjected, "the Defiance cannot withstand an assault from those vessels. The Solarian response ships will arrive in approximately 22 minutes. I suggest we maintain distance until." "In 22 minutes, everyone on that research vessel will be dead," Maya cut in. "We're going in. All hands to battle stations." As the Defiance moved toward the stricken research vessel, the 5 unknown ships adjusted course to intercept, their sleek, predatory forms growing larger on the view screen. "They're charging weapons," Kim warned. "Evasive maneuvers," Maya ordered. "Tactical, Prepare defensive systems. The first energy blast from the lead ship struck the Defiance's conventional shields, nearly depleting them in a single hit. "Shields at 12%, reported the tactical officer. "They won't withstand another direct hit. Chief Nakamura, we need those systems now." Maya shouted into the comm. "Almost there, Captain," Nakamura replied, his voice barely audible over the sound of alarms. "Connecting to the main power grid. Now." For a moment, nothing happened. Then the lights on the bridge dimmed, and the familiar hum of the ship's systems changed pitch, becoming deeper, more resonant. "What's happening?" Maya demanded. Before anyone could answer, new holographic displays materialized around her chair, showing systems and capabilities she'd never seen before. The ship's conventional viewscreen expanded, providing a 360-degree view of space around them. "Captain," Kim called out, his voice tinged with awe, "I'm detecting massive power surges throughout the ship. New systems coming online. Technology I don't recognize." The enemy vessels fired again, multiple energy beams converging on the Defiance. Maya braced for impact, but instead of the expected explosion, a shimmering iridescent field materialized around the ship, absorbing the attack without strain. "Shields holding at 100%, Tactical reported, bewilderment evident in his voice. "But these aren't our standard shields." Maya touched one of the new holographic controls, and information flooded her mind directly, not through words or images, but pure understanding. The Defiance wasn't just a ship with hidden technology. It was a testbed for systems reverse-engineered from something far more advanced than anything in the Confederation. "Tactical, target the lead vessel," Maya ordered, her fingers dancing across controls that felt increasingly familiar. "Fire main weapons." "Captain, our main railguns won't penetrate there." Maya cut him off. "Not the railguns. The new systems." From concealed ports along the Defiance's hull, pulses of brilliant blue energy erupted, streaking toward the lead enemy vessel. Upon impact, they didn't explode. They phased through the enemy shields as if they weren't there, striking the hull directly. The enemy ship shuddered, then went dark, drifting powerless. "One down," Maya said, a fierce smile spreading across her face. "Target the next." The remaining enemy vessels began evasive maneuvers, coordinating their movements with a precision that suggested artificial intelligence rather than organic pilots. Two broke off to continue their attack on the research vessel while the other two focused fire on the Defiance. "They're attempting to overload our new shields," Kim reported. "And they're succeeding, shield integrity dropping." Maya accessed another set of controls. "Engineering, reroute auxiliary power to the Prometheus systems." "Already done, Captain," Nakamura replied, sounding surprised. "How did you know how to?" "I don't know," Maya admitted. "It's like the ship is teaching me." The enemy fire intensified, and for a moment, the Defiance's new shields flickered. Then they stabilized, changing color from blue to a deep purple. "They've adapted," Maya realized. "The shields are learning from the attacks." She directed the Defiance between the enemy vessels and the Enlightenment, providing cover while firing the new weapons in precise, calculated bursts. Another enemy ship went dark, then a third. The remaining two vessels suddenly broke off their attack and accelerated away, attempting to escape. "Should we pursue, Captain?" Wells asked. Maya considered for a moment, then shook her head. "Negative. The Enlightenment is our priority. Open a channel." Director tells, "This is Captain Chen. The immediate threat has been neutralized. We're preparing to evacuate your crew." As the Defiance moved alongside the damaged research vessel, Maya ordered medical teams to prepare for casualties. Dr. Voss approached her chair, mandibles twitching in what Maya had learned was an expression of profound surprise. "Captain Chen, what we just witnessed. No human vessel should be capable of such feats. Those weapons, those shields, they're beyond even current Confederation technology." Maya met her gaze steadily. It seems Earth has been keeping secrets, Doctor, even from most of its own people. The Confederation Council will have questions, Voss warned. And they'll get answers, Maya replied. After we save these scientists. The evacuation proceeded efficiently, with the Defiance's crew working alongside the Confederation scientists they'd rescued. In the aftermath, as the medical team treated the injured, Maya returned to the hidden compartment with Chief Nakamura and Dr. Voss. Project Prometheus, Nakamura explained, showing them more of the classified files he'd accessed. 50 years ago, an object of unknown origin crashed on Earth. Not a ship, exactly, but a sort of beacon or probe. It contained no life forms, but its technology was centuries beyond anything humans had developed. Why wasn't this shared with the Confederation when Earth joined? Voss asked. Maya scrolled through the files. According to this, initial analysis suggested the technology wasn't from any of the known Confederation species. In fact, some signatures matched fragments found in ancient ruins across the galaxy, ruins that predate even the oldest Confederation civilizations. The precursors, Voss whispered, her four hands moving in a gesture Maya didn't recognize. There are legends among many species of an ancient civilization that vanished millions of years ago, leaving only scattered remnants of their technology. Humanity found one of those remnants, Maya concluded, and instead of announcing it to the galaxy, they quietly incorporated what they learned into ships like the Defiance. Not all ships, Nakamura corrected. According to these files, only 5 prototype vessels were equipped with the experimental systems. The program was officially discontinued when Earth joined the Confederation and gained access to alien technology. But they kept the prototypes operational, Maya said, hidden in plain sight as obsolete vessels. The question is why. Before they could speculate further, Commander Wells contacted Maya. Captain, the Solarian response fleet has arrived. Their commander is requesting to speak with you immediately. Maya returned to the bridge to find the viewscreen filled with the image of Solarian Fleet Commander Asterix, their luminescence pulsing with agitation. Captain Chen, explain what has occurred here, Asterix demanded. Our scans showed debris from advanced vessels of unknown origin, and the Enlightenment's crew is reporting that your antiquated warship somehow defeated multiple attackers that employed technology beyond current Confederation capabilities. Maya stood straight, meeting the commander's compound gaze. The Defiance responded to a distress call and defended a Confederation vessel against hostile forces. We were fortunate that our unconventional design proved effective against the attackers. Unconventional. Asterix's translator conveyed skepticism. The energy signatures we're detecting from your vessel are inconsistent with known human technology. The Defiance contains certain prototype systems that proved unexpectedly effective, Maya replied carefully. I'm sure our respective governments will want to discuss the implications thoroughly. After the Solarians had taken charge of the Enlightenment and its crew, the Defiance prepared to continue its diplomatic tour. Before departing, Dr. Tells, the research vessel's director, requested to speak with Maya privately. Captain Chen, the tall, willowy scientist said, I want to express my personal gratitude. Without your intervention, my entire crew would have been lost. We did what any Confederation vessel would do, Maya responded. Tells tilted his elongated head. Perhaps, but few would have succeeded as you did. He lowered his voice. What we witnessed today, your ship's capabilities, it changes everything we thought we knew about human technological development. The Defiance is full of surprises, Maya said carefully. Indeed, and perhaps that is true of humanity as well. Tells handed her a small data crystal. This contains our preliminary analysis of the attacking vessels. They match nothing in our records, but certain elements of their design bear similarities to artifacts my team has been studying. Artifacts that may be connected to the precursor civilization. Maya accepted the crystal. Why give this to me? Because whatever your ship truly is, Captain, I suspect it may be more directly connected to these matters than anything in the Confederation fleet. Tell smiled thinly. And because I've learned today that appearances can be deceiving, perhaps it's time the Confederation reassessed its understanding of its newest members. As the Defiance departed the nebula to continue its diplomatic tour, Maya sat in her ready room reviewing the data Tells had provided. The door chimed, and Commander Wells entered with Dr. Voss. "The crew is talking, Captain," Wells said without preamble. "They know something extraordinary happened during the battle, even if they don't understand what. And word is spreading throughout the Confederation fleet as well," added Voss. "The Solarians are particularly disturbed by the implications." Maya leaned back in her chair. Let them be disturbed. For too long, humanity has been treated as the Confederation's amusing pet, primitives who lucked their way into the galactic community. "This could change humanity's standing considerably," Voss observed, "though not everyone will welcome such a shift in the established order." "Perhaps that's exactly what the established order needs," Maya replied. "A reminder that the galaxy still holds mysteries none of us fully understand." She rose and moved to the viewport, watching the stars streak by as the Defiance traveled at FTL speeds. The ship felt different now, not just an obsolete warship but something more. A bridge between humanity's past and its future, and perhaps between the known galaxy and whatever lay beyond. "Our diplomatic tour continues as scheduled," Maya decided. "But I think our hosts will find they have much more to learn from Earth's primitive technology than they anticipated." As the Defiance journeyed on, the ship that had been an object of ridicule became a symbol of mystery and potential power, and humanity, long dismissed as the Confederation's backward newcomers, suddenly became the focus of intense interest and speculation throughout the galaxy. The ancient warship, once mocked for its outdated design, had revealed just enough of its true nature to change perceptions, and perhaps the balance of power itself, forever.